All right. Uh, wow, what a wonderful week. We are here again. It's Emmanuel Uda. Yeah, I'm so excited for this week. This week I started on a good note already, and the weekend was splendid. But I couldn't wait for this week because there was something, that there was a level we needed to activate this week, and I'm glad I'm in this week. From the beginning, as soon as I walked into office today, a lot of things started happening in the office. We are on a ride, a long ride here in Bukena. It's so exciting. So many amazing stuffs happening. So many strategic relationships developing. Today alone, we had some high-profile visits, which I can't disclose right now. Okay, but all these things are validating the fact that we are in for something big. And I want to welcome you to this week's edition of Startup Series. Today I will be discussing on a very important topic called starting a business from scratch. My personal story. Starting a business from scratch. My personal story. Because a lot of people have come to me to ask me questions related to this area of business. How do I start? I don't have much money, and how do I start? Okay, a lot of people believe that you need to have a lot of money before you can start your business. A lot of people believe that every business requires a large outlay of capital before you can start, and I always say it must not always be that way. Okay, there are businesses you can start with little. The business you can start with little or nothing. Okay, and I'll be sharing my personal experience with you, okay, on how you can start your business, whatever you are thinking of beginning. Thank you, Happiness, for joining. Thank you, Precious Smart Abiam, for joining. Thank you, Mr. Thomas Eliaza. Thank you for joining me. Okay, please, if you can share this video so that more people can join us, I really appreciate that. So you can, just look below this video. You see the share button. Help me share it so that your friends can easily join. And if you have any friend, you can tag him to join. Okay, we do this every day by 6 o'clock so that we can learn together, share ideas together. So how can you start a business with little or nothing? That question has persisted in a lot of people's mind for a long time. Okay, and I personally always say that you don't really need so much money to start. Okay, you don't need so much money as much as you need the willpower, as much as you need a passion to start. You understand that there are some businesses you cannot start without a large outlay of capital. For instance, some manufacturing businesses, you need to have some machineries, you need to have a lot, laid down before you even start. But there are also businesses that does not require so much money, and I go for such businesses. All right, I go for such businesses. So I'll be sharing with you from my personal experience how you can start your business, with little or no money. How you can start your business with little or no money. Okay. In my little life in business, I've been able to start up 2 major companies. Okay, though there were other ones, smaller ones here and there, but I can say yes, I've created 2 major companies in my little history in business. And the unique thing about these 2 companies is that they were all started with no money. My friends know me for one thing. I don't require money to start. Okay, I don't need money per se to start. So the first company I created was called Home Care Services. Home Care Services was into, like the name implies, was into offering home services such as cleaning services, such as laundry, domestic services, so to say, car wash, errand services. Now, that was back in the days when I was in Okigwe, and I looked around. I noticed something. The town called Okigwe was predominated by two sets of people. One was the students, the other were the lecturers. Then we have the minority group, which included some bankers who they don't even stay in the town. Some of them have to come from Monday to Friday and hang around before they go to maybe the nearby towns like Owerri or Aba. So I noticed that these three sets of people have something in common, which was that they were usually very busy. The students wake up in the morning and they leave for lectures, come back in the evening. Same thing with the lecturers, same thing with the bankers. So I felt like, wow, these three segments of the market having this thing in common, I can provide a solution to their major problem. Because I noticed they didn't have the time to do for themselves something they would have literally want to do, like cleaning their own house, okay, washing their own car, washing their own clothes. So I decided to offer that service. I was already a graduate then. I finished from Abia State University, but I stayed back in town. So I noticed that there was a gap. Okay, why these people will be busy running after their career, someone can do some of these basic domestic activities for them. Wow, I was excited, It was as if I hit a gold mine. I was so excited. I had to put down some things in writing. I started creating a business plan to achieve this aim. If you met me that period, I was literally jumping. I noticed that, hey, I can make a lot of money doing for these people what they cannot do for themselves. But there was a little challenge. I didn't have money. I didn't have money to buy the machineries to wash the clothes. I didn't have money to buy the basic cleaning equipment. Okay, but I was excited, but I didn't allow my not having money to deter me. So what did I do? Now watch this. Please, very, very careful, attentive. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. Because some people allow the fact that you don't have money to limit you. You allow the fact that there is no cash to limit your drive. No. There's so many ways to get around your project, even when you don't have money. And I'm going to share what I did. So what did I do? Saying that I didn't have money, but I needed to start. By all means, I needed to start. I decided to offer my services for free. So I began to go to people's houses. I started with my pastor. I was so close to my pastor back in the days in Okigwe. So I would go to his house early morning and I wash his car, clean his house, bathe his children, prepare them for school. Alright, and then make sure that they are okay, and then he will drive them to school. The wife loved me for that. I did that for like 3 months. I won over these people's heart. They loved me. But every morning they looked forward for my coming. Every morning I wake up in the morning and I'm rushing down to my pastor's house just to do those works. Alright, so I was joyfully doing these things. I was washing their clothes, running their errands, just like that. So along the line, he told me, Emmanuel, these things you do for me, do you know you can offer these services for money and we can pay? I said, Daddy, do you mean, are you sure? He said, yeah, as if I didn't know. So, but I told him, I have a plan. I have a plan, but this is my plan. I laid the plan before him. I told him, this is what I need, and I want to offer these services as a commercial service instead of just free services, but not to you. All right, I would love to continue doing what I'm doing to you for free, but I'm packaging this service so that I can offer it to other households for money. But I needed something. He asked me what? I said, I needed a vacuum cleaner. I needed something, a machinery, just to help me, execute some of this project. And he laughed, and he said something to me. He said, I can give you a vacuum cleaner for free, but I won't do that. I said, what do you mean? He said, I will buy you a vacuum cleaner in your name. I will buy you a vacuum cleaner in my name, that's in his name, and give it to you to work with. If you are able to cover the cost of that vacuum cleaner, I can come and collect the receipt. I saw that as a big challenge, and I agreed to that, and he bought the vacuum cleaner and handed it over to me. I was so excited. In fact, it's like a new cleaner is in town. With that vacuum cleaner, I started knocking on doors. In a day, I can visit more than 20 to 30 houses, knocking on doors. Hello, my name is Emmanuel Uda. I'm from Home Care Services. I'm here to wash your house, to clean your house, to clean your rug. All right, do you have any dirty clothes? I can wash it. And some people were like, wow, you mean this service is in Okigwe? Wow, you're welcome. All right, can you clean this rug? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I was like, why not? This small thing. Okay, so I had to start that, and that was how I started. That was how I started that project, and people started getting to know me with time. Home care, that guy that that offers these home care services. So before you knew it, my name became popular. I would be in my house and calls would come in. Please, we need you to come and clean this house. Students will call, lecturers will call, and others will just start coming in. Then to clean a room then, including toilet, I guess used to be 2,000 naira or so. So imagine cleaning about 5 rooms in a day. That's 10,000 per day. I was in money. Okay, I was in money. And not too long after then, I started taking dirty clothes from people's homes, go to the back of my house, and I will wash it, wait for it to dry, take it to a hotel called Pego Hotels, and I will maybe beg or pay a little money to use their laundry house or the laundry room to process the ironing, and then I will personally deliver these clothes to their owners. Okay, and people loved it. They didn't have to know where I was as an office. They didn't have to visit my office. All they needed was call me. I come to your house, pick these clothes, and I go wash them, iron them, and deliver them. And back then, I didn't have a closing hour. I was so flexible that if you told me I need my clothes by 7 a.m. in the morning because I'm going to work with it, I have to. That means if it means being up throughout the night to ironing the clothes, because the last thing I like to do is to disappoint my client. Now, before you knew it, I was able to raise enough money, all right, to get other materials I needed. Before you knew it, the same Pego Hotel that I was using the laundry room offered me the contract of managing their hotel, the cleaning of the hotel. I had to replace their housekeepers with my own set of housekeepers. That's a story for another day, because that's another entrepreneurial lesson I'm going to teach someone here. But these people already had housekeepers, but I needed that contract, so I had to give them a proposal that offered them better service okay, than what they were getting from their housekeepers, because they kept complaining about their housekeepers not being committed, dirty everywhere and all that. So yeah, Kenneth Blaze, yeah, you are calling me. Okay, do you have any question? You can ask it here and I will answer it. Okay, so that was how we started growing. From my house, one of the clients I used to wash his clothes regularly came to where I was ironing one day and asked me to follow him to his car. I followed him to his car. He drove me to somewhere, took me to a project, a building that was like a fast food center, but uncompleted. And he told me, I started this project. I wanted to have a fast food here, but the landlord of this facility didn't like the idea, so he stopped this project halfway due to the fact that he was afraid that this project will be bringing cultists, because I told you I was in Okigwe and the town was dominated by students. So he said the landlord didn't want any business that would be bringing in students, who would come and party and drink and destroy things. So he was forced to stop. But he said he has observed me for a long time and he feels that I'm so passionate about what I do. I'm talking about far back in 2007. 2007. He said he would like to give me this space so I can use it as an office and do all my business here, my laundry, my cleaning services. I can use it. I looked around that facility. It was too big. I told him this is too big for me. I can't use here. Okay, I don't even know. I was so speechless. So I now asked him, don't you have a smaller space, smaller than this place, so I can use it? He said, okay, that he has another facility upstairs on the same building where he used as a cyber cafe, but was also closed down, so that he can divide it into two, and then, I can use that place as an. This guy was offering me an office space for free. This guy put this office space together, called the artisans, the carpenters, and put it in an order that was so befitting for free, just because he saw I was passionate. Let me tell you something. Your passion will bring the resources. I'm telling you the truth. Your passion will bring the resources. All you need is just passion. That's the truth. All you need is passion. Okay, fast forward to this company called Pukena, which I started 7 months ago. The same principle. When you see me walk, you will not have any option but to make way for me. I have seen what passion can bring into the life of a man. Okay, telling the truth. The office I'm using today is paid for by the government for 12 months. The cost of this office every month is 250,000 naira per month. But by passion, an idea that there was no money at the beginning, today is standing in a high-brow area in Lekki Phase 1 through passion. Don't let your lack of money stop you, sir. Don't let your lack of money keep you down. Don't even let your background tie your back to the ground. Whatever vision, whatever business idea that you have, take a step in that direction. All right. When I started Pukena, I needed a website. The website was the number one asset that we needed to call ourselves a tech company. So I needed a web platform. I didn't have one. I had limited knowledge of web design. So, but I was thinking is not something I can create myself. So I needed a website. Now I still use the same principle. There was no money to get one. But I needed a website. Not just a website, a world-class website. So, what did I do? I shared my vision with web developers, amongst which is my good friend Ferdinand Daneke, who is now my chief technology officer. I went to his house one day and I sat him down and I told him, guy, this is what I have in mind. This is my idea. You are a good web developer. I'm a good strategist. I'm a good manager. Together we can do great things. Give me a website, and I prove you in less than 1 year, you will be proud that you were part of this project. Now, this person I'm talking about is somebody that for you to get such a demand from, you have to pay. All right. I'm not sure he has done any free job before, but he could see that passion in me. I was so convincing. I was so convinced. I said, guy, you can't say no. He was wondering, how can I give you a website without money? I don't understand. I've not done it before. Do you know what it takes? And I'm telling you, this is somebody who is so busy. He runs a cyber cafe. He had other businesses. This guy can be busy for Africa from morning till night. So there was no logical reason why he should take up such a project, especially when you are not paying him. But when passion is involved, sir, you can pull down any mountain. Today we have that website. And alongside, we have so many other things that we didn't pay for. Our first 500,000 naira, grant, I didn't even have to hustle for it. Somebody just said, wow, I love this project and I'm going to invest in it. Work with this money. Let me see what you can do after 3 months. Then come back for more. When you take a step of faith, fueled by passion, doors will open unto you. I'm telling you, when you take a step of faith, fueled by passion, doors will open unto you. Start from where you are. Start from anyhow. Start with what you have. If you have money, bring it to the vision. Listen to me, nobody can invest in your vision that you have not invested something by yourself. Okay? I turned everything I had into Bukena. My house became an office. We used to, if you come to my sitting room right now, I still left it there. I used to have a board, a whiteboard, that I used to train my staff, my associates then, from the early days of Bukena. So I turned my sitting room into our training house, our office. So when they come in the morning, Mondays, I take them through training. Now, every morning I wake up in that house, dress up as if I'm going to work, come to the sitting room, sit down, and start working. If it's time to go to the field, I go to the field. So what am I trying to say? If you have a car, turn it into a delivery van. If you have a house, use it as your office. Whatever you have is your capital. Don't say you don't have money to start. You have a lot. You have passion. You have your breath, your life, your legs. I have walked, this leg has walked thousands of kilometers around Lagos. There was a time me and my friend, we were onboarding artisans, and we didn't know when we walked from Ijesha-Tedo in Sulere all the way to Bode Thomas. I don't know if you're living in Lagos, but this is like, I don't know how many kilometers, but it's so far. But we didn't know. Passion. Because one thing about onboarding these people is it's not something you do with a car. It's not something you do with a bicycle or whatever. Because they are littered on the street, and if you use a car, you can pass a lot of people. All right, you can pass a lot of people. Okay, but so we needed to work it out. Work out your own salvation. All right, so we were walking from shop to shop, collecting details of these people. Some of them we turn us down, we continue to the next person. We didn't know when we got to Bode Thomas. And the funny thing, we walked back to Ijesha. When we got to Bode Thomas, we rested a little bit, bought okpa and the gare with sugar, me and my friend, and we drank it and used okpa, ate it. And then when we got enough strength, we started the journey back home, because we knew that there were people we did not touch, so we needed to still get them. By the time we got back home, my friend said, let me go to the other side of the town and Ijesha to start onboarding. I said, wow, passion. Today we are here. Sometimes when people see you successful, they don't know your story. They don't know the price, the sacrifice you have made. But what I want to do today is to encourage somebody here. Don't sit down and wait for things to happen. You have to make things happen. Money will not fall down from heaven on your laps. You just have to move. The money will come. You just have to step out of the boat in faith. The money will come. That product in your mind, start it. Start it. Start it little. Create a prototype of it. 1 unit of it, 2 units of it. Whatever you can do, with the little you have, develop a prototype of it. Try to sell it to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family. If they can buy one, it means that you have a business. If they can buy one, then it means you have a business. From the money you make from one, you can ask them to pay you. If they love that product, you can ask them to introduce you to your friends. You can ask them to pay you upfront, depending on how you can build a relationship with them. And then you go and produce more units of that product. Like that, you can start. If you have integrity, you can start by having a supplier supply goods for you. And then you can sell, make your money, make your gain, pay him back his money, and use the gain to continue the business. These are different ways you can start your business. So, if you say, I don't have money, what you are telling me is that you don't have the creativity to start. I'm telling you the truth. So, I would want you to take a bold step today. Don't wait. If you wait, you are wasting. If you wait, you are wasting. Ideas rule the world. Don't wait. While you are waiting, someone else is working on that idea. While you are waiting, someone else is building something you are thinking about. When I created Pukena, I thought I was into something unique. I thought nobody is doing this thing. Okay. I know that was when I was on Amazon. I was always on Amazon, studying Amazon and everything. I didn't know that 1,001 people are already doing what I'm doing. So when I came into the business, I now started hearing names like Wisabi and Globi, Help Oga, and these are all businesses like Pukena offering custom services for homes and offices. But I was glad that I met these guys. Today, most of them, most of the directors of these companies are my friends. We share ideas. I think one of these series, I may bring in one of them, to just share from his own perspective some business secrets. So, guys, people are working. People are always working. Don't wait. Don't say, I don't have money. Time will pass you by. Step out. Start with what you have. Start with what you have. Some of you can burn 10,000 naira in a single party, but you tell me you don't have money to start your business. Sometimes I see people with a phone worth over 100,000 naira, but they don't have a job, they don't have a business, and they are still shouting, I don't have money. I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay? There's nothing I have today that I cannot use for business. In fact, as a young man, growing up, as a teenager, I read a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book changed my life forever. That book taught me something unique. It said, everything you have falls under two classes. They are either an asset or a liability. So, what is an asset? An asset is something that puts money into your pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. That changed my life forever. So now, every property I have, whether a car, whether a laptop, whether a phone, whether a house, there's nothing I have that cannot be turned into money. I'm telling you, there's nothing. I can't have the kind of car that I cannot use to thank God for Uber. Thank God for, so if you have a big car, for instance, that is parking in the house, you know, you park it Monday to Friday, only to use it to go to church on Sunday. Come on, take it to Uber, get a driver to drive for you and make money. A week you can make money, nothing less than 60,000 naira. Instead of parking that car there. I'm telling you, you can either drive it yourself if you have the time, or you get a reliable driver. We can help you get a reliable driver in Pukena. We have amazing drivers on our platform that can give you what you want. Okay? You can't build a house only you and your family will live. I grew up in a family house where we had tenants. Okay, so I learned that you don't build a house for only you and your family. You build a house and you have a plan for rental income. Okay, so that your rent, your tenant pays for the upkeep of the house. Amazing. That's the plan I have. So when you build a duplex and you don't have a rental income, I don't understand. That's a liability, because you have to, okay, maybe you say the building is appreciating, fine and good, but at least it should be paying, bringing in money. That's why I love real estate. Some people build houses and they resell it and make profit and build another one. That's the kind of business I love. So learn to turn your liabilities into assets. A lot of us that complain that we don't have money for business, we actually have things that we can turn into assets. Turn those things into assets. Turn them into assets. All right? Turn them into assets and make money with them. Get a car. If you have two cars parking in the garage, turn them into Uber cars. I know you have your fears and all that. There's no business that does not have its own risk. So if you are afraid that the driver will not account for it very well, or you bash your car and all that, whether you leave it there or you don't leave it there, anything can happen. Besides, parking it there without using it also has its own disadvantage. So it's better you convert it to money. All right? One rule of thumb I have for my personal life is I make sure that any asset I buy, before it wears out, must recover the money I used in buying it over and over again. I'm telling you. Okay? I'm telling you. I used to run a cyber cafe, and one of the biggest assets of any cyber cafe is generator. You know, in 4 years, I can say I bought nothing less than 6 generators, okay, new ones, fairly used ones. But one thing I always say to myself, before I pack up any generator, I will make sure that that one has produced enough money that I use in buying it and enough to buy a new one. So turn your assets into money makers. Turn your properties into money makers. Some of you have gold chain. You have gold chain, very big, costly chains, and yet you don't have money to start a business. But no, you don't need to. Sell some of those chains, get money, and start your business. So I don't know if this is has really blessed somebody. All I'm trying to say is just to motivate you. Don't stay waiting. Take a step. There's so many opportunities around you to start your business. Please take a step. If you need any guidance, if you need any advice, if you have any question to ask me, you can always reach out to me. Emmanuel@pukena.ng. That's my email. Emmanuel@pukena.ng. Ask me any question relating to any part of your business plans. I will be available to answer you. All right, be available to answer you. You can always check my works at www.pukena.ng. So much is happening there. So much is happening there. All right, so much is happening there. We have onboarded over 500 artisans all around Lagos, and some of them are going through an orientation program, okay, to get them ready for deployment, and so much. We are excited to have the opportunity of transforming the informal sector. Okay, right now we can see ordinary artisans having the hope of running successful businesses. We are rebranding their business. Okay, we are rebranding their business. We're telling them you can be a world-class carpenter, you can be a world-class plumber, you can be a world-class electrician. Okay, you don't need to lie, you don't need to do mago, you don't need to play pranks on people. You can actually be well respected, that only the top bidders will ask for your services. That's the message we are giving these artisans, and it's exciting. It's not easy, but it's very, very fulfilling. Seeing their life transform. All right. Sometimes when we have interviews with all these people in the office, sometimes I take a moment to just shed tears, because it's a dream come true. We're not just here to make money for them and get money for them or through commission. No, we are here to impact their life, to transform them, to create opportunities for them. These were people before now. They are in their street corners, in janitor repairer. Nobody knew them, but right now people come to our platform to ask for their services, and we easily link them up to the best of the best. So it's exciting, and we encourage you to be part of it. How can you be part of Pukena? You can hire any artisan on our platform. All right, because if we keep onboarding them and training them and they don't have jobs, it won't be a balance. So you help us by talking about it, sharing about Pukena to your friends. All right, help us hire them. If you are an investor, you want to be part of this project, you can also reach out to me, Emmanuel@pukena.ng. All right, we can discuss, can invite you over, or we can come over to your office. Okay, or you can just talk about Pukena. Be excited, and don't forget, this end of the month I'm bringing 3 of my mentors. Okay, 4 actually. Bringing Akin Alabi of NairaBet. I'm bringing Toyin Omotosho. I'm bringing Adewale Yusuf and Ronald Inzimora. These are 4 icons of marketing. These are people who have a track record of success in their businesses. they will be sharing some of their secrets in a one-day seminar we have titled Marketing Masterclass. It's taking place here in our office facility here. We just have a space for 50 and already half of that space is gone. All right, we wanted to close registrations today, but we opted to allow more people to register. If you have not registered for that project, please do so. Write me at emmanuel@pukena.ng. Tell me why. Tell me your desire to join that seminar, and then I'll tell you what it takes to join. I want to see you at the top. I want to see us grow. I want to see us succeed. And I believe that Africa will yet see a new generation of entrepreneurs. Okay, so start today. Start that project today. Don't wait. Start that book project. Start that business. Whatever it is that is burning in your heart, start today. Don't wait. Start now. Start now. And don't forget to reach out to me anytime you need it. Okay, talk to me. I'm free. I'm available anytime. Till I meet you again tomorrow by 6 o'clock, I wish you the best. God bless you.